allow me to reintroduce myself or allow me to introduce myself. So my name is E.DeanCole, and I own DeanCole Financial. Coincidentally, in the background, I own DeanCole Financial, and we are a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. So besides being a consultant and a mentor, I'm also a speaker and a coach. So right now I have over 307 clients that are currently enrolled in my online course that teaches you step by step on how you're able to build business credit that's completely separate from your personal credit, how you're able to repair and fix your personal credit, and how you're able to just get better in life when it comes to business. So that's who I am, and that's what I do. All right, so it says right now that it's trying to reconnect on Facebook. We're going to allow Facebook to do what it does. So when Facebook comes back and you guys can see me clearly, I want you to say, see me. Now, I'm here on YouTube. All right, now all of you guys that are watching on YouTube, I want you to give me that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button right now. What's going on? Mr. Davis is in the building. Okay, awesome. So we having a little technical issues, but it is what it is. So I'm back on Facebook. So if you can hear me on Facebook, I want you to say, I want you to tap the thumbs up button. Tap the thumbs up button for me 5 times, because it looked like we got some interruptions. So we're live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook. So this is live. All right, so let's see here. All right, so Makita is in the building. Hey, Makita, how you doing? Scott Davis is in the building. All right, so if you can hear me, Adrian says know you. Okay. All right, Jay says know you. Okay, awesome. Bridget says know you. Floyd says know you. Big Kev says know you. Ebony Miller says first time. Aaron says first time. Okay, yeah, tap that thumbs up button. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, we back. We back like we never left. Okay, awesome. Yes, all right. So if you're watching me on YouTube, this is a live that I'm doing on Facebook. So I'm live on Facebook on the left and YouTube on the right. Okay, so we're live on both. Now, I was in the middle of explaining who I am and what I do for the people who've never seen me before, and we got interrupted. So, like I said, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. That's what I do. Besides being a consultant, I'm also a mentor and a coach and a speaker. I currently have there over 307 businesses that I'm currently mentoring, that are clients of mine, that I help them get their things together. And so I wanted to share with you guys today on the subject, how to achieve any of your goals. Okay. All right. So Facebook wants to go in and out. It is what it is. I'm just going to let Facebook do what it does. When Facebook is acting up, I'm just going to focus on YouTube. So it's basically how you're able to achieve any goal in your life. I did a post today, and in the post it said finish in phases. If you saw that post, I want you to say saw it. All right. If you saw it, I want you to say saw it. If you didn't see it, I want you to say didn't see. All right. So if you saw it, I want you to say saw it. If you didn't see it, I want you to say didn't see. Even if you're watching this on the replay, like I said, this is interactive. I interact with you. I want you to come back. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to actually respond to you guys even on the replay. So, all right, if you saw it, I want you to say saw it. Okay. So Vlad says seen it. All right. Willie Smith says didn't see. Okay. All right. Him says didn't see. Big John is in the building. Hey, Big John, how you doing today? T-Rex says didn't see. All right. Chris says saw it. All right. Nathaniel said didn't see. Okay. Now, YouTube is doing okay. Facebook is kind of going in and out. All right. So we got South Carolina is in the building. Okay. Awesome. It says the broadcast keep interrupting. Yes, it does. Casey, it does keep interrupting. Okay, it keeps interrupting. Yes, it does. Hey, listen, I guess what happens is that the enemy just know I'm about to drop so much jewels on you guys that it's trying to interrupt. But how many of you guys know that not a broadcast can stop what you got going on? We like a freight train going. You understand what I'm saying? Can't nothing stop this movement. If you guys can hear me, okay, I want you to tap that thumbs up button, okay? Because like I said, it does keep going in and out, and I need to know, you know, that you guys can hear me. Even if you're watching this on the replay, and even if you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to tap that thumbs up if you can hear me clearly, okay? Because I don't want to speak at you. I want to speak with you. I don't want to just I don't want to just be speaking, but I want to speak with you, okay? Make sure you guys can hear me and see me clearly. Okay, awesome. Set some thumbs up. Okay. All right, losing me on Facebook. Okay, Angel. Hey, it is what it is. I can try what I can try. Okay. All right, so let's see here. I see the thumbs up. Okay, so if you can hear me on Facebook, I want you to say hear you. All right, so I can kind of jump into this thing. I want you to say hear you. Okay, if you can hear me, I want you to say hear you. Facebook keeps acting up, but listen, they can't stop the movement. Listen, can't stop the movement, and it acted up again. Facebook is acting up again. It says trying to reconnect. It says due to poor wireless connection. It is what it is. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, driver 1992, you can hear me. Okay, driver 1992, you can hear me. Okay, awesome. All right, so I want you to tap that thumbs up button too. Hit that thumbs up button. There are 32 people that are watching on YouTube. I want you to hit that thumbs up button, and I want you to hit that share button as well, okay? So I'm going to get into it. It looks like, okay, I see the thumbs up going on Facebook. The thumbs up are going by, but it's like it's still wanting to mess up the interruption. But okay, I'm just going to go ahead and teach. It is what it is. So we had a bit of a rocky start, a little bit of a late start, but it's okay. It is what it is. So like the title says, I'm going to teach you how you're able to finish any of your goals. All right. Now, most of you guys said that you on YouTube, most of you guys said that you didn't see it. That's because you need to follow me on Facebook. Most of you guys on Facebook, you said you did see it. So I posted a picture today, and the caption of the picture, it said finish in phases. Okay. And so as a consultant and as a speaker, people ask me all the time, like, Dean, how do you stay positive? How do you always achieve your goals? How do you go after? Like, how do you not give up? Like, all the hell that you've gone through, everything that you've gone through, why is it that you don't give up, and how is it that you're able to keep moving forward? If you've ever asked that question, if you ever have tried to start something and you couldn't finish it, if you've ever done that before, I want you to say guilty if it's you. If you know somebody, listen, if you know somebody that they start something like every 2 or 3 months, they got a new scheme, they got a new harebrained scheme. Every 2 months, they got some noni juice they want you to buy, some meeting they want you to sit down at, or some book they're trying to come up with, or some business. If you know somebody like that, I want you to say know them. If you're guilty of it and if you're not ashamed to tell the truth and shame the devil, I want you to say guilty. I used to be that. It used to be me. That used to be me. I used to be guilty of that until I was able to overcome. And I'm going to share with you guys the things that I've learned how to overcome those things. Okay. So I'm just going to continue to teach because Facebook is giving me the blues right now. Like, Facebook is like really messing up my vibe, but they can't stop me. They might delay me, but they cannot stop me. Okay. All right. So, okay. Who is that? That's Ollie says used to be. All right. Big Kev says know them. All right. Iron Boy says know them. Okay. We got Walter Smith says know them. What's good? Money Making Motivation. I am good. Thanks so much for asking. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or not on Facebook, but Facebook is kind of like giving me the blues right now, but hey, it is what it is. So YouTube is rocking with me. Okay. YouTube is rocking with me. So you said, so some of you guys know them. All right. You know them. Okay. We got Trucker Vaughn is in the building. Hey, Trucker Vaughn, how you doing today? All right. It says it's dropping. Okay. So on Facebook, all right. On Facebook, if you can, the last question I asked you guys is that if you know anybody, if you can hear me okay, I want you guys to interact. If you know anybody that starts something and they never finish it, they go from project to project, they go from business to business, or they go from scheme to scheme. If you know somebody, or the relationship to relationship, listen to me. Every time you turn around, they got a new boo thing. Relationship goals change every time the wind blow. If you know someone like that, I want you to say know them. If you're strong enough to say that it's you and you're guilty of it, say guilty. Whether it be, jumping from relationship, or jumping from jobs, or jumping from business idea, or jumping from part-time hustle. Like every 2 or 3 months, they got something new going on. If you know someone like that, I want you to say know them. If you are guilty of it yourself, I want you to say guilty. All right. So I used to be guilty of it, and there are 7 things that I learned. There's 7 things that I learned what to do to overcome that. All right. There are 7 things that I learned on how I was able to overcome that habit. All right, so let's see who's watching on YouTube, because not Instagram, but Facebook is acting up. Okay, we got, all right, we got used to. All right, we got Alard Hayes said used to. All right, that's good stuff. All right, YTTA Trucker DO says, how do I get a truck loan? Okay, well, we're not taking those questions right now. Why TTA, we're actually teaching on how to achieve your goals right now. All right, Famous the CEO, all right, just jumped in. Okay, Famous the CEO, how are you doing today, my man? All right, guilty. Okay, Nathaniel, thank you so much for being honest and saying guilty for that. Okay, awesome. All right, up in the drive and listening. Okay, that's good stuff. You up driving and listening, Charles, that's good stuff. Okay. All right. So Scott says you're going on YouTube so that you don't miss anything. Okay, Scott. Scott watching on Facebook. I know, because listen, YouTube is rocking with me. Facebook, they hating right now. It's so funny, you know, Boyce Watkins, he said a long time ago he stopped broadcasting on Facebook because Facebook was hating on some of the things that he was teaching on, he was talking about. So yeah, so if you guys are with me, because Facebook is acting up. But okay, all right, so who's that says guilty? That was Big Kev says guilty. Okay, all right, awesome. So like I said, I was guilty of that. There's 7 things that I want to share with you guys that I've learned to overcome and not have those issues. Okay, so the first thing that I want you guys to notice is that, like I said, I know it's a bit redundant, but I'm going to need your help, especially tonight, because Facebook is acting up. Whenever you can hear me again on Facebook, I want you to say hear you. If you can hear me on Facebook, I want you to tap that thumbs up button for me on Facebook, okay? Because Facebook is hating right now. YouTube is rocking strong with me, but Facebook is really hating on me right now. They hating on the hustle. They hating on the game. Hey, E. Patrice is in the building. Hey, E. Patrice, how are you doing? It looks like you're one of the only people that's on here because Facebook keep going in and out. So if you can hear me, E. Patrice Hayes, I want you to say hear you. Let me know if you can hear me, and I want you to tap that thumbs up button if you can hear me, okay? Dean, I need to speak. Okay, so AMD, I'm not sure what that was. It went away, but right now we're talking about how you're able to achieve your goals. That's what we're talking about right now, how to achieve your goals. Okay, good stuff. Colette Morgan says she can hear me. Okay, thank you, Colette. You can hear me. All right, who else can hear me? Okay, we got Kenyatta K is in the building. Hey, Kenyatta, how are you doing? So if you can hear me on Facebook, I want you to hear me. YouTube is rocking with me because they asking me all types of questions. Now, YouTube is used to me doing regular live Q&As where I answer their questions live. So this isn't a live Q&A. I'm actually going to teach specifically on how you're able to achieve any of your goals. Okay, awesome. So Eric Boyd is in the building. All right. How do you view me on YouTube, Eric? Just go to YouTube and type in E.DeanCole and you'll see me. And hit that subscribe button and you'll see me live. I'm on YouTube live right now. All right, Kenyatta's in the building. You hear me? Okay, awesome. Good stuff. You can hear me. Boom, and Facebook just went out again. It is what it is. It is what it is. So let me just go ahead and get into it. And if Facebook comes back, they come back. If they don't, they don't. You know, it is what it is. So nevertheless, what I did, there's 7 things that I learned to do that helped me to stay focused and help me achieve my goals. I've overcome a lot. There's a lot of things that I overcome. You guys see, I share on YouTube. I have a vlog, and I was actually going over the numbers with my administrative assistant, my executive administrator today. And like I said, we have over 307 businesses currently enrolled into our course. However, there were 60 businesses that they just gave up. They just gave up and said that they didn't want to do it, even though they enrolled, their intentions were good, but they gave up. Statistically speaking, is that more planes crash when they land than they do when they take off. If you've ever heard that before, I want you to say heard it. If you've never heard it before, I want you to say never. So I'm focusing on YouTube right now because Facebook is just acting up. So if you're watching and you're rocking with me on YouTube, I want you to say heard it. All right. If you've heard that before, I want you to say heard it. If you've never heard it before, I want you to say never. So it looked like Facebook just came back. The statistic that I just gave Facebook was that many people fail right when they're at the end. More planes crash when they're landing than they do when they're taking off. If you've ever heard that before, I want you to say heard it. If you've never heard it before, I want you to say never. All right. All right. So Big Kev says never. Okay. Abracia says never. All right. Let's see who else is in the building. Who's rocking with me? Adrian says never. Okay. Izzy says never. All right. Jaw Jacker says heard it. Okay, somebody switched over to YouTube from Facebook. Okay, I see you switched. Okay, that's good stuff. Heard it. Never, but like it. Okay, awesome. That's High Jews 42 says never. All right, Miss Lisa says never. All right, Mario says never. All right, Got says heard it. All right, Rob says heard it. Says never. Okay, Marlon says heard it. Okay, awesome. Like, even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to interact with me as well. Let me know if you've heard it before. The second statistic is this. Most people get into accidents, and you guys can know this that are drivers, and I pray that you guys don't get into accidents. Most people get in accidents when they are on their way back home or on their way back to the terminal, or they're on their way back to their final location when they're close to finishing. That's when most people get into accidents. If you've heard that one, then I want you to say yes. If you've heard that, I say yes. If you've never heard that before, I want you to say no. All right? If you've heard that one, I want you to say yes. If you've never heard that, I want you to say no. Okay, that's the truth. All right. CC says that is the truth. Yes. So what happened? I said all that to say this. A lot of people start. The universe doesn't care if you start. A lot of people start things, but not too many people finish things. That's the number one question I get. Like, Dean, how do you accomplish these goals? How do you launch this course? How did you write this book? How did you build your brand? How did you build this? How did you do all of this? Like, how are you able to get that house or get this car or do all of these things? It's because of these 7 things that I've learned that I'm going to share with you that I implemented into myself. All right. All right. So I see you guys are rocking with me now. Facebook is just a debacle. If you get me on Facebook, you get me on Facebook. If not, come back over to YouTube. Looks like most people went over, okay, from Facebook over to YouTube. Looks like most people went over to YouTube because Facebook is just acting all the way up. Now, there's 7 things that I want to share with you. Now, the first thing that I've learned on how to achieve your goal and how to achieve any goal you want is to focus. All right. Say focus. If you can hear me, I want you to write down focus. If you're watching on Facebook and you're watching on YouTube, even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to say focus. I want you guys to participate. I want you guys to make a mind muscle connection so that you can remember this. I want you to write down or type down focus. All right. If you're with me, I want you to say focus. All right. So Chris says focus. Thank you for participating, Chris. I appreciate that. All right. We got Izzy says focus. All right. Melanie says focus. All right. Miss Lisa says focus. Awesome. Thank you for participating. All right. 420 says focus. Stephanie says focus. Yes. So the first thing that you're going to need to do, like I said, there's 7 things that I want to share with you on how you to achieve any of your goals that you set. The first thing, you're going to have to focus. What do I mean by focus? That's a very broad term. What are you focusing on? Thank you, Colette. You can hear me. You're participating. I appreciate that. What are you focusing on? You are focusing on each individual task. In the caption that I did, it said that how do you eat an elephant? There's an African proverb that says, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So what you must do is you must focus. In order to achieve your goal, you have to focus on the goal, focus on the task at hand. A lot of times we can get distracted. We can get, you know, the silver or golden ball syndrome, where shiny ball syndrome, and it goes from place to place, and people jump from place to place or thing to thing. But what you have to do is you have to focus, become laser focused on what your goal is. So you have to become laser focused on what your goal is, and you have to break it down and focus on each thing you must do to accomplish that. So the first thing out of the 7 things I want to share with you, the first thing is to focus. All right. If you got it, I want you to say got it. All right. If you got it and you with me and you're ready for me to go to the second step, I want you to say got it. Even if you're watching on Facebook, if you for some reason you can hear me, I want you to say got it, because Facebook is not trying to let me be great right now, and I ain't even gonna study Facebook. Facebook is messing with my vibe. I ain't gonna let it distract me. I'm gonna stay focused, like I'm gonna focus on YouTube. Okay, got it, good stuff. Okay, thank you for participating. Will is participating. Trucker Vaughn is participating. Izzy is participating. CC Avery is participating. Thank you. Got it. Good stuff. Got it. Focus. The first thing, 7 things I'm going to share with you that help me to achieve every last goal I have. Thing number 1 is you have to focus, okay? First things, you have to focus. The second thing that you have to do is you have to isolate yourself. Yes, you have to isolate yourself. If you're with me and you can hear me, I want you to say isolate. The second thing is you have to isolate yourself. This is the second thing that I learned when it's time for me to achieve any and every last one of my goals, is you have to isolate yourself. What do I mean by isolate myself? There are some people, they just love to be in the mix. Every time you turn around, they go into $2 Tuesdays, they go into Ladies Night Wednesdays, they go into Wet T-Shirt Thursdays, they go into happy hour on Fridays, they go into the day party on Saturday, and they go into church on Sunday. Every single day, they're always doing something. They're in the mix. Every single day, they're in the mix. All right, so what you have to do in order to achieve your goals, sometimes you have to take a break and you have to isolate yourself. Now, you have to be careful if you're in a marriage relationship before you isolate yourself, because you got some people that you're responsible for. Because listen, that side chick is waiting. She got a plate filled right now for you to isolate your husband a little too much so she can go on and swoop in. Fellas, it is like 6 dudes in your wife's inbox right now that's waiting for you to mess up and isolate her too much so they can swoop on in, just like that old work husband. Work husband is number 1. Then you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other dudes in the inbox. So I said all of that to say this. If you are in a marriage relationship, when you do isolate yourself, you're going to have to be strategic about isolating yourself because you have responsibilities. Also, if you have children, and it's very important that you do your duties as a parent, but when you do isolate yourself, you're going to have to isolate your own time. So if you do have different responsibilities, like you're supposed to take care of your husband, or you're supposed to take care of your wife, or you're supposed to take care of your kids, after you do those duties and you do get your own me time, which might be small and minuscule, then you must isolate yourself. Sometimes you're going to have to turn off the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know we tripping because Power is like one of the best things smoking, and we don't know if Ghost is going to get the needle or if Ghost is going to break out. We don't know. But sometimes you have to pull away from Power. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if R. Kelly has 8 women that he's holding captive and he's making all these sex tapes. Or we don't know if R. Kelly is believing he can fly and having Bible study with these women. We don't know. But sometimes we got to pull ourselves from the Breakfast Club, and we have to isolate ourselves so that we can focus on achieving that goal. Now, the thing about isolation is that it is not forever. It's temporary. Like, for instance, a lot of people, they can't believe, oh my gosh, Dean, I can't believe you're single. They just cannot believe I'm single. The reason why is because I isolated myself. All of 2016, I isolated myself. I really focused on building my business, building my speaking platform, closing these contracts, everything that when you see me now, so when you see that I have over 3,000 people watching me on YouTube, and I have close to 15,000, some odd 20,000 people watching me on Facebook, that didn't happen overnight. It happened because I isolated myself, and I was intentional, and I focused intently on achieving my goals. So I'm sharing with you guys the 7 things that I learned how to achieve my goals. The first thing that I shared with you was focus. If you're with me and you're ready for me to move forward, I want you to give me this recap. I want you to say focus. The first thing you have to do is focus. What do I mean by focus? You have to focus on your goal at hand. Don't get sidetracked. Focus on achieving that one goal at a time. You have to become laser focused. You might have 5 or 10 goals you want to do, but focus on one at a time. You have to become laser focused, okay? First thing that I learned how to do, the first thing that helped me was that I became focused, okay? I focused on achieving one goal, didn't do anything until that goal was finished. After that was finished, went to the next one. You have to focus. The second thing you have to do is you have to isolate yourself. Yes, you have to pull yourself away from the TV, pull yourself away from $2 Tuesdays, pull yourself away from happy hour on Friday, pull yourself away from everybody talking for 3 hours after church, pull yourself away from that, and you have to isolate yourself so that you can focus on your goal. There are certain people that are able to focus better than others. For the ones who are like me, who have a hard time focusing, you're gonna have to say, Ghost, listen, I'll put some money on your books, hopefully get you some noodles, but I gotta turn off this Sunday. Maybe I'll catch it on Thursday, because I have to isolate myself and I have to focus on achieving my goal. So the first thing was focus. Second thing was isolate yourself. All right? You have to focus. You have to isolate yourself. And the third thing that I learned how to do, I needed to know what I needed. Okay? So write down need. So in achieving your goals and achieving all of your goals, you need to know what you need. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? Us as a consulting firm, we report to the credit bureaus. So by you being enrolled into my course, we report to the credit bureaus. Almost every one of my contemporaries told me how impossible it was. Like, you got to have a 900 credit score to report to the credit bureaus. You got to put down $150,000 worth of insurance and got to have $1 million policy. I heard all of this hoopla about what I needed to report to the credit bureaus. But what I did was I stopped listening to rumors and I went to the horse's mouth, and come to find out that 75% of what was needed for me to report, I already had. So it was so easy for me to focus on what I needed to do. A lot of times people will focus on things they don't need, and they are not able to achieve their goals because they're putting their energy and efforts on things they don't need. Prime example, business insurance. Somebody told me I needed somebody said I needed like a million and some change worth of business insurance. I didn't need $1 million and some change of business insurance to be able to report to the credit bureaus. I did need to have a good basic coverage for liability and negligence insurance, which I already have that. So instead of me trying to be on the phone, sweating, talking to 8 or 9 different insurance brokers, trying to figure out how I'm going to get this $1 million policy just to be able to report to the credit bureaus, I figured out what I really needed, okay? So let me explain that a little bit more. How many of you guys know somebody right now that want to purchase a home? If you want to purchase a home, or if you know someone that wants to purchase a home, I want you to say know them, all right? I want you to say know them. If it's you, I want you to say it's me. All right. I want you guys to watch this right now. So I want you guys to be truthful with me now. Like I said, I was guilty of everything I'm telling you guys. I was guilty of. Okay. So you're not by yourself. All right. Let's see who's watching with me on YouTube, because Facebook wants to act up. Okay. Derek says it's me. All right. Stephanie says know them. All right. 420 says know them. Brandy says know them and it's you. Okay, Rob Boyd says know them. All right, Martin says know them. All right, Miss Turner says know them. Driver 1992 says know them. All right, AB says it's me. Rob says and me. All right, Marco says it's me. Okay. All right, Jaw Jacket says it's me. All right, now check this out. Now, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody, but everybody that said it's me, how many of you guys know your FICO score right now? How many of you guys know? All right. If you know, I want you to say no. If you don't know, I want you to say ouch. It's okay. I would have said ouch. But like I said, I've been guilty of all of this before. I had self-limiting beliefs when it came to reporting to the credit bureaus years ago. I had self-limiting beliefs about reporting to the credit bureaus. I had self-limiting beliefs when it came to getting certain certifications. I had a lot of self-limiting beliefs when it came to figuring out certain protocols when it comes to office space and those different things right there. All right. So let's see who's participating on Facebook. Facebook wants to act up. All right. Dennis Smith. All right. Says know them. Okay. Awesome. I appreciate that. All right. So 1992 says LOL, which means ouch. Okay. So if you want to purchase a home and you don't know your credit score, I want you to say ouch. If you do know your credit score, and meaning that you just checked it, don't no sense of pride, because listen, I can't see you, I just see your words. So I want you to say no. All right. I said all that to say this. Put your energy and your efforts into what you need to achieve your goals. sometimes it's hard enough to focus as it is. It's definitely hard to achieve your goals any way it is, any way it goes. So the energy and effort that you put in, you want to be effective. You just don't want to become busy. There's a lot of times people are doing busy work. They're shuffling papers. They've taken something from their left hand and put it into their right hand, thinking they're doing something, but they're still holding on to it, okay? So there are people right now, or there's somebody right now, and they've said to you, oh, I want to buy a house and I'm going to buy this house, but you know for a fact that they don't know what their credit score is. You do know for a fact that they've never even gotten pre-approved, okay? And I'm not saying this to make anyone feel bad, but I'm just speaking truth to power on how many times people say they want to do something. Oh, here's another good one. Ladies, fellas too. How many of you ladies and you guys know some beautiful, sexy sister right now? She is gorgeous. I'm talking about a good woman. I'm talking about a good woman, good head on the shoulder. She ain't out in these streets. And she says she's tired of being single, but never go nowhere. All she do is go work and go to home, or go to church, or go to the library, or hang out with a girlfriend. She goes out in packs of 20 or 30 different women. If you know somebody like that, I want you to say know her. If it's you, I want you to say ouch. If you know her, I want you to say know her, or I want you to say ouch. If it's you, say ouch. What I mean by that is that there are people right now that say, "Ooh, I want to be in this relationship," or I'm tired of being single, or I just want a good man. And they think that God just gonna have a good man come knock on the door and deliver pizza and say, "Will you marry me?" Okay, so that is what happens a lot of times, is that if you don't position yourself, if you don't know what you really need, then you can't effectively achieve your goals. All right, so the first thing that I want you to do, if it is if it's you, I want you to say ouch. If you know her, I want you to say know her. All right. No, or say know them. Okay, Darius Smith says is in the building, know them. Okay, awesome. Hey, and there's some trolls. Listen, Facebook is different because people have faces, but on YouTube, there's actually some trolls that are watching me live, and they're saying a lot of racial slurs. What they don't realize is every single time they comment, every negative word they say actually makes me more successful. So I like it when trolls come and they troll, is because I know that they're pushing the agenda, because I'm great within itself. And every negative comment, every snide remark they make, it opens up to so somebody else can see me. So I want the trolls to continue to comment all the negativity and the visceral. I want them to continue to do that. So I see you guys telling me about the trolls. Don't worry about the trolls. So let's do a quick recap. All right. So 7 things that I've learned how to achieve my goal. First thing was focus. All right. First thing was focus. Don't focus on the trolls. Don't get distracted by the white supremacists. Focus. First thing I learned to do was to focus. Second thing that I learned to do, I learned to isolate myself. I isolated myself so that it can make it easier for me to focus, because sometimes being in the mix and being distracted, when you do those things, when you're in the mix and you're distracted like that, it takes away from your energy and your efforts. Okay, what makes a laser so powerful is that all of its light power is focused and is isolated in one area, and that's why it's able to be effective. That's how you're able to become laser focused. You have to isolate yourself. All right, so you have to isolate yourself. The third thing that I learned how to do was I know what I needed. Let me be a little more transparent to talk about knowing what I needed. I had a rough time in school. God almighty, I had a rough time in school. School was not for me. And I got so frustrated of failing. I got so frustrated at failing that I figured out I need to go talk to somebody to figure out what I need. I will stand 10 toes down, and I will be proud to say that I have ADD, attention deficit disorder. Where am I? Show you guys right here. And one of the best things that I could have ever done was to get prescribed with this. Yes, Adderall. Adderall has been one of the best things for me. Now, this is just for me and my house, okay? I got so frustrated at trying so hard but not being able to finish. I got so frustrated at trying so hard, but not being able to follow through, that I said, I need to talk to somebody about this. And listen, I passed the test with flying colors. Yes, they gave me the test for adult ADD. I passed with flying colors. You hear me? I had adult ADD. And I'm not ashamed about it at all. And the thing about it is that, you know, people like some of my family members are like, why, you know, you're not retarded, or there's nothing wrong with you. Why are you going to go talk to a doctor? Listen, figure out what you need and get what you need, okay? Don't let nobody else stop you. There's nothing to be ashamed. If you need assistance or you need help, get it. Listen to me. I work 16-hour days right now because there's so much that I need to do. Like, it is 9 o'clock at night. I'm still suited and booted, and I went from my office now to my home office. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I said all of that to say this, that don't let someone make you feel bad for getting the help that you really need. If you want to achieve your goals, get the help that you really do need. If you need the help, then get the help. If you don't need the help, then don't. But I said all of that to say, don't let someone make you feel bad about it. So first thing is you need to focus, okay? Focus. Second thing you need to do is you need to isolate yourself, all right? Third thing you need to do is figure out what you need. Yes. Once you figure out what you need, go and get it. Like I said, when it came to reporting to the credit bureaus, 75% of the things that we needed, we already had. All right. When reporting to the credit bureaus, we already had that. Then, like, prime example with me, when I realized, listen, I need some help, I sat down with my therapist. Boom. I had ADD. Boom. They gave me Adderall. Boom. I'm winning because I needed to overcome the issues that I had to overcome to figure out what it was that I needed. I have feel no regrets, don't feel bad about that at all, because I am winning because I overcame, you know what I'm saying? I didn't allow it to stop me, but I overcame the issue. So figure out what it is that you need. Third thing is figure out what you need. The fourth thing that you need to do is you need to ignore. Just like this troll, this white supremacist that's trying to troll me on YouTube right now, you have to ignore. So what I want you to do is I want you to say ignore, all right? If you're with me, I want you to say ignore. Now, Facebook has been acting up. Listen, YouTube rocking with me strong and heavy. Matter of fact, everybody on YouTube, hit that like button right now. That troll and that white supremacist, let's see if I can get rid of him. Boom, there you go. Blocked him. Blocked him. Here's another one. Wait. There's another one. Let's get him. Let's block him. Let's see. Block. Boom, block him. Boom, blocked them. All these trolls, I blocked them. Boom. Message deleted. Boom, boom, boom. All right, keep going. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Rob. Ignore. That's good stuff. Izzy, ignore. All right, that's good stuff. You said, thank God. Okay, yeah. Dublin, I have to wait for them to come up so I can block them. Boom. So ignore. All right, awesome. All right, awesome. If you're with me, I know it's not that many that are with me on Facebook because Facebook is acting up. I'm just staying true to form. YouTube is rocking with me, so I want you to tap that thumbs up button. If you're watching right now on Facebook, on Instagram, I want you to, not Instagram, YouTube, I want you to tap that thumbs up button. Tap the thumbs up for me. What's going on, Alicia Brown? Cousin, I love you. I hadn't seen you in a minute. We need to catch up, cousin. Okay, good stuff. Block party, yes, dope law, block party, yes, ignore. So what you have to do is ignore. Who are you ignoring? You're ignoring the haters on your journey to achieving your goals. Listen, people will tell you what you can't do because your goals make them feel bad about themselves. Your ambition can make someone feel bad about their about their mediocrity. Because you want more for yourself, they say things like, who do you think you are? Or what makes you think you can get this? Or they'll hate on you, say, oh, you can't get that. That isn't a reflection of you, that's a reflection of them. What happens is that your greatness and your ambition is a mirror to themselves. Have you ever seen somebody that was like super ripped and so in shape? I was like, oh, I got to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I gotta tighten up. If you've ever seen somebody like that, I want you to tap that laughy face for me right now 5 times. Tap that laughy face. Even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to tap that laughy face for me 5 times. Even on, give me the laughy emoji. If you ever seen somebody that's like, oh, I got to get it together. Or if you ever seen somebody pushing like your dream car, or see somebody in your dream house, and you just seeing them, and you was like, and you get motivated. He's like, oh, I got to get myself together. Like, I'm tripping, I'm slipping. If they can do it, I can do it. 50% of the population are that way. They're like you. They see things and they get motivated by it. Then the other 50% of the population are the people that hate. Instead of it motivating them, they are stuck in their self-limiting beliefs, and they think, well, I got to tear them down from achieving that, because it makes me feel bad about me not achieving that. So you're either an optimist or you're a pessimist. So you have to ignore the haters, ignore the people that are spectators and not participators. Like all the people that are watching me right now, they're not participating, they're just spectating. You ignore them. You don't put your energy and your efforts in spectators. You put your energy and your efforts in participators. So all the people that are participating, I appreciate you. I want you to participate, and also the exact same thing on achieving your goals. You have to ignore the spectators and engage with the people that are participating with you. All right? That's the first type of people you need to ignore. Second type of people you need to ignore are the pretenders. Listen, remember, we talked about knowing what you need, all right? On your journey of discovering what you need, there are going to be some people that pretend to do X, Y, and Z, or pretend to have X, Y, and Z. Prime example, I've been in banking and finance. You guys see I got trophies, I got plaques on Facebook and on Instagram. So on Facebook, plaque, boom. On YouTube, plaque, boom. So I've been in banking and finance for over 20 years. And so one of the things that I've discovered is that there's a lot of people that want to do what I do. They think it's sexy. It is sexy. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get somebody approved for $50,000, $100,000, that is sexy. That's powerful. It's great. It's a great, wonderful feeling to be the consultant, to be the go-to person. It is a great feeling. At the same time, if you're not qualified, you're not qualified. And so there are some people that are pretenders. They pretend to know what they're doing. They talking about their credit experts, and they stand in their mama's basement. There's some people that we call them armchair quarterbacks. They'll tell you how you need to lose weight. They look like they just came from the Golden Corral buffet, but they tell you what you need to do to lose weight. Or better yet, there is some woman right now that swear up and down, I don't want no man, I don't need no man. She just as lonely and horny as she want to be, but she gonna tell you how you gonna keep your man, how to make your man happy and satisfied. Listen to me. There's some fellas out there right now that can't keep a woman to save their life. They swear up and down they a player. They going from pillar to post, coast to coast, trying to beg a woman for a place to sleep at night, but they gonna try to tell you how to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say this: you have to ignore those people that are good at just bumping their gums, but they don't have receipts. If you're with me and I haven't lost you, I want you to say receipts. So you guys are with me, you know what I'm talking about. I want you to say receipts. All right. Dean, you got more blocking to do? Okay, I'm just going to let them do what they do. Okay. Okay, look like they came back. Some more that came back. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, good stuff. Receipts. Okay, good stuff. All right, receipts, receipt. Okay, receipts. Okay, receipts. All right, we got receipts in the building. Okay. All right. All right. Who is that? Onion Head said, "Is that the Jay-Z drink behind me?" Yes, that's a bottle of Ace of Spades champagne. That's an Ace of Spades bottle. Okay, let's see who's with me. Okay, who says receipts? Okay, we got the Resistance says receipts. All right. Okay, let's see here. All right, so I just made you who's that? Mario, I just made you a moderator. So go ahead and have it, Mario. Just made you a moderator. Okay, awesome. All right, so Chris, Big Pal says receipts. Pat is in the building, says receipt. Jaron says receipts. Izzy says receipts. Awesome. All right, Facebook, y'all just looking at me because Facebook acting up. Facebook just acting up. It's like down to the twos and fews on Facebook. All right, so I see everybody says receipts. Awesome. Okay, good stuff. You guys are with me on YouTube. Awesome. Receipts. Okay, awesome. So let's do a quick recap. I'm sharing with you guys the 7 things that I learned. Okay, awesome. Alicia Brown is in the building. Thank you so much, cousin. Alicia says receipts. You can hear me. All right, awesome. There's 7 things that I'm sharing with you guys that I've learned how to achieve any goal I've set for myself. I've achieved anything within my power. I've achieved it to set for myself. I've achieved it, and I'm continuing. I have not arrived. I am arriving. I'm continuing to do it. But as a speaker and as a business consultant, people are asking me all the time, how do I do it? And I'm sharing with you guys too. Yeah, Facebook is acting up. I know. Facebook is acting bootleg, cousin. I know it. Facebook is acting bootleg, but I just hadn't shut it down because I'm just, if they can get it, they can get it. YouTube is riding with me heavy, so YouTube is going good. Facebook is acting up, cousin. But all right, awesome. So Carolyn Raven says receipts. Okay, Carolyn, I appreciate you. Thank you for participating. All right. SoCal says good info, fam. Thank you so much for that, SoCal. All right. Marlon says receipts. Okay, awesome. Driver 1992 says receipts. Awesome. All right, the trolls are annoying and disrespectful. They are Jaron Green. That's the reason why who did I make a moderator? I made Marlo a moderator. So Marlo is a moderator. We good to go. All right, awesome. Brandon O'Neill says, what's up, Dean? I'm late to the party. It's okay. Alicia says, I guess YouTube it is. Yeah. Facebook is acting up, Marlon. So Brandon, thank you so much for chiming in. I know you late, but you know, Facebook is acting up. Okay, Marshall. Scott says receipts. Awesome. Good stuff. So let's do a quick recap since Facebook wants to act right now. Let's go ahead and maximize on the time that we got. So I'm sharing with you guys the 7 things that I've learned on how to achieve all of my goals. The first thing is you need to focus, okay? Focus on each task within your goal. Don't become don't get paralyzed by the size of your goal. Break it down and focus on each little bitty thing. Focus on that one thing, go to the next. First thing you have to do is focus. Second thing you need to do is you need to isolate yourself. Yes, you're going to have to pull back from going out to the happy hours, pull back from going to every church function, pull back from going to every $2 Tuesday. You're going to have to pull back from watching every reality show recap or binge watching Game of Thrones so you can catch up on this season or binge watching on Insecure so on Sunday you can see what's going on with Insecure. You're going to have to pull back from that. You're going to have to isolate yourself. Not all the time, but temporarily just isolate yourself so that it makes it easier for you to focus. All right, first thing you're gonna have to focus. Second thing is you're gonna have to isolate yourself. Third thing you have to do is you're gonna have to know what you need. Figure out what it is that you need. If you wanna buy a house, figure out what the guidelines are. If you wanna buy a car, figure out what the guidelines are. If you wanna start that business, figure out what the true steps are. Don't allow people to tell you what the issues are or to tell you what you need, so that way you're putting your energy and your efforts on what you really need. Okay, so what you need to do is figure out what you really need to achieve your goal. Not what you think you need, but what you really do need. Prime example with me, like I said, we report to the credit bureau. So my online course, not only being in the course do we teach you how to build your credit or teach you how to build business credit, our company actually reports to TransUnion, Equifax, Experian Business, and Dun & Bradstreet. And it was not an easy task to do, but when I was doing the research and I was talking to a lot of my contemporaries and they told me how impossible it was, they told me that I needed to have 1,000 clients before I could report. That's not true. So what I did was I figured out what it was that I did need and I accomplished it. And come to find out, like I said, 75% of the stuff that I needed I already had. You know, it just took enough. So I took all my energy and effort and focused on that 25%. Boom, knocked it out fairly quickly. The exact same thing. Figure out what you really do need. Don't listen to what someone says, but get to the root of the matter. Second part of the need is that with me is that I went and got help for my lack of focus. I was like, listen, I need to talk to somebody. Something is not right. I got diagnosed with adult ADD. I take Adderall. One of the best things that could have ever happened to me. It helps me focus. It keeps my energy level going. It helps me to stay dialed in. I feel no shame about it at all. I needed it for me, for my chemical makeup, and it helped me. You know what I'm saying? So get the help that you need. If you need help losing weight, go and get a personal trainer. Don't feel like you can do it on your own. If you need help overcoming depression, go talk to a therapist. If you need help overcoming your sexual addiction, go and talk with someone. If you need help overcoming your alcohol addiction, go and get the help that you really do need. Don't let someone make you feel ashamed for getting the help that you really do need, because they don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. Not at all. But trying to fit in somebody else's world is just like living in hell on this earth. Believe that. So figure out what it is that you need. Focus, isolate yourself. Figure out what it is that you need. The fourth thing was ignore. Yes, what are you ignoring? You're ignoring the haters. You're ignoring the naysayers. You're ignoring the people who are jealous, who are intimidated by your success. You're ignoring the issues, and what you're doing is you're ignoring those people. So the fourth thing you have to do is you have to ignore. Who else are you ignoring? You're ignoring the pretenders. Because remember, we just said you're going to need to get help. So what you're going to do is you're going to ignore the people that want to do what they say they can do, but we're only dealing with professionals, okay? This got me in trouble one time before. I don't care. It is what it is. I have a full-time realtor, Harold Manu. He is a full-time realtor. I will not hire a part-time realtor. I have a full-time insurance person. I don't have a part-time insurance person. I have a full-time barber. I don't have a part-time barber. I hire a full-time mechanic that works specifically on Mercedes-Benz. I don't hire a shade tree mechanic. I said all of that to say this: you want to hire someone, or this is the fifth thing, is you want to get the actual you want to get support. This is the fifth thing. You want to get support. Get support from people that are specialists in what it is that they do. Okay, so you're going to figure out what it is that you need. After you figure out what you need, go and get the support for it. Okay, like I said, if you're trying to overcome addiction, go and get the support for it. If you're trying to overcome, if you have a eating disorder and you are bulimic and you are eating anything in sight, then you're turning around and throwing it up, and then you're just trying to hide it. Or you have an eating disorder where you eat everything on sight because you are an emotional and depressed eater, or you sleeping with every man that says hi to you because you have low self-esteem because something that happened to you when you was a child, or you sleeping with every guy that you see because your uncle touched you and now you're struggling with your sexuality, or if you're sleeping with every girl that you see because you're trying to figure out a place for you to sleep at night, or whatever your addiction or whatever your issue is, go get the solution. Don't keep it. Once you know what you need, go and get the help for it. Don't just stay stuck. If you can't just take one drink, but you got to drink everything, and after you drink everything, you go and buy some more. If you can't gamble, or you can't play lotto once a month, but you got to play it 10 times a day, whatever the issue is, get the solution. Go and get the solution for it. Don't just get unstuck. Okay, Beauty and Brains, get unstuck. That's right, get unstuck. Find the solutions and get unstuck, like Beauty and Brains said. Yes. So what you must do is actually finally get the solutions, okay? All right, so let's do a quick recap. I'm sharing with you guys the 7 things that I've learned on how to achieve any of my goals. The first thing is you have to focus. Second thing is you have to isolate yourself. The third thing is you need to figure out what you need. Fourth thing you need to do is you need to ignore the haters and ignore the pretenders. And the fifth thing you need to do is you need to get the solutions. Get unstuck, like Beauty and Brain says, but get unstuck. Once you know what it is that you need, go and overcome it. Don't just stay stuck with it. Just don't just say I have this and be proud that you have it. Overcome it. Fifth thing is you must get the solution. The sixth thing is you must help someone else achieve their goal. Yes. So if you're with me, I want you to say help others. All right. So let's see who's participating on YouTube, because YouTube is rocking with me. Okay. Okay. All right. Onion Head says don't be lazy. All right. Mario says you got one. That's good stuff. I appreciate that, Mario. All right. We got Melly Mel is in the building. All right. Fresh Air Brown is in the building. Okay. We got Catherine in PA says focus is the key. That's right. Stephanie is in the building. Thank you for participating, Stephanie. Thank you for participating, Onion Head. All right. Billy, thank you for participating, Billy. All right, good stuff. We got Rob is participating. I appreciate you, Rob. Okay, that's right. Help others. Let's see who is that with me. Okay. All right, good stuff. We got 420 says help others. Rob says help others. Good stuff. All right, Double Whopper says help others. T-Rex says help others. Derek says help others. I appreciate that. All right, Walter says help others. Good stuff. Thank you so much for that. Help others. Shelly says help others. Good stuff. All right, who is with me? Kay Williams says help others. Awesome. Thank you, Kay. Help others. So, as you're helping others and you're on your journey to help others, when you're helping someone else achieve their goal, then it's going to give you the strength to achieve your goal. Iron sharpens iron. The deep calleth unto the deep. Let me tell you guys something. I don't know if you guys has ever heard this before, but Sidney Poitier wrote a phenomenal book in his heyday. And he said that two things happen when people are jogging. He says that either one person is going to speed up to catch the other person's pace, or the other person is going to slow down to match their pace. What I want you to do is to find someone that's trying to achieve their goal, help them achieve their goal, and that is going to give you energy and efforts and momentum for you to achieve your goal. And once you're able to help someone and sow that seed into them to achieve their goal, then you're going to reap the harvest and achieve the exact same thing in your goal. You can't do it by yourself. I have two hands right here. If I try to put my hands on everything, I can only effectively handle two things. I can only effectively handle two things. Achieving your goal, it might be 10 or 15 things that you need to do. You're going to have to help others, and they're going to, in turn, help you as well. You're going to have to cross-pollinate. You're going to have to reach out. You're going to have resources from people. So you're going to have to help others. So there's 7 things I'm sharing with you guys, and I'm on the last one, and I'm going to be out of your way. It has been rocky, but we got to keep persevering anyway because Facebook was hating. YouTube showed me love. So first thing you need to do is you need to focus. Second thing you need to do is you need to isolate yourself. Third thing you need to do is you need to figure out what you need. Get what you need and get what you need, okay? Figure out what it is that you need. The fourth thing you need to do is you need to ignore the haters, ignore the spectators, and ignore the pretenders, and then focus and get the solutions. The fifth thing is get the solutions from people that are experts in their field, experts in their craft. Like I said, I have a SL600 AMG Benz. I will not trust a shade tree mechanic. I don't care how I made the mistake one time trying to save some money. Nope, cost me. Listen, I learned, go to Benz for Benz. Trust me, because if you don't, it's going to cost you even more the other way around. Get people who have that are specialists in their field. You want to get support from specialists. And then the sixth thing you need to do is you need to help others, okay? Help others. And the seventh thing you need to do is you need to finish. So write down finish. If you're with me on Facebook, listen, I just appreciate you staying with me to this point. Facebook has been hating. It's been rocky. It's been losing signal. It says I got like 600 and 700 people watching me on Facebook. It was 1,500 at one point, but it is what it is. Facebook goes in and it goes out. It is what it is. YouTube, you guys are rocking with me on YouTube. I appreciate that. I want you to say finish. So finish. That's right. Finish it. Finish it. Why finish? Why finish? Because there are two things that stop most people from finishing. The first thing is the fear of success. There's somebody right now that is about to get a small business loan. They've wanted so much to get a small business loan. They're one stipulation away and their knees are knocking because of the fear of success. Like, oh my gosh, now that I've gotten this loan, I have to maintain it. Somebody just moved into their first apartment and they are crying themselves to sleep because they're like, oh my gosh, now I have to maintain this apartment. Listen, let me tell you guys a secret. Let me be very transparent. I have lost a lot in my life. I've lost a lot in my life multiple times. And I struggled with the fear of success this last time around. For a long time, I was way below my means because I was afraid. I was afraid that if I moved into that house, what happens if I can't pay the rent? Or what happens if I can't pay the mortgage, if I get kicked out? The fear of success. For a long time, I was afraid to get the type of car that I have now, because what about the maintenance, or what about You know, if I can't make the payment, if I lose my job or whatever, for a long time, for the fear of success for a long time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I struggled with that for a long time until I overcame this. Everything I'm telling you, I overcame myself. The fear of success. But I had to remember, I said, if God if God gives it to me, then He's gonna help me keep it. If I give it to myself, I gotta help myself keep it. So God, just focus and help me so that you can bless me with anything I have, so that way I ain't gotta worry about keeping it. And it has worked for me. And I realized that you have to overcome fear by looking at worst case scenario. What's the worst that can happen? Coming, you know, hey, now my car's paid off, but before, come and get it. I get another one. If I get kicked out, hey, I go stay with my cousin, Alicia Brown. She watching right now. Cuz, I'm coming to stay with you. It is what it is. Because what happens is you take away the fear. The enemy will lie to you and tell you, will give you fear, false expectations appearing real. So the fear of success. A lot of times people talk about the fear of failure, but not too many people talk about the fear of success. The fear of success is having to maintain what you achieve. So a lot of times you don't operate to your full potential, and you slow yourself down. You have these self-limiting beliefs that makes you feel like, prime example, I had a client that got approved for $150,000. He was like, Dean, I don't want this. And I was like, what's the problem? He was like, Dean, I don't know how to manage all of this. And I said, you don't have to use it. Just because you got approved with it doesn't mean you have to use $150,000. It is available to you. It doesn't mean you have to use it. But guess what? If you do use it wisely. It doesn't mean that you have to spend it just because you have it. Use it wisely. Same thing about the fear of success. Overcome the fear of success and realize that you are designed for greatness. Everything that you want and everything that you believe for yourself, it is yours. Go after it. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. So the first thing is the fear of success. The reason why finish it is so important. And it seems like it's redundant, or it seems like, you know, it is a given, but it's not. The second thing about finishing it is the imposter syndrome. If you've ever heard of the imposter syndrome, I want you to say heard it. If you've never heard of it before, I want you to say never. I want to see if you guys are still with me. If you've heard it, I want you to say heard it. If you've never heard it before, I want you to say never. All right. So Rob says finish it. Okay. 122213 says no. Your phone is buffering right now, trucking diva. Listen, they hating on me. I'm just trying to be great. Thank you, Dean. Amen. Heard it. Awesome, Kay. Yes, heard it. The imposter syndrome. All right. Jerry says never. All right. Let's see. All right. So let's see who's heard it. Okay. Rob says never. All right. White says never. AB says never. All right. Met50R says never. All right. Jaron Green says heard it. Brandy says never. All right. Paul says never. Okay. All right. Colette Morgan says heard it. All right. Kev K says never. All right. Brandon O'Neill says heard it. Yes. So the imposter syndrome. What is the imposter syndrome? The imposter syndrome is when you are achieving your goal. It's something that's new to you, and your self-efficacy or your self-esteem says you don't deserve this. You begin to try to self-sabotage yourself. Fellas, how many of you guys know, some of your homeboys, as even some of you guys have done this, they will cheat on a down chick, a woman that love them, that treat them right. It's like they can't get right to save their life. They swear up and down they want a good woman, but when a good woman comes along, the first scallywag, the first thought that come around the corner, open her legs, he dive in head first, raw, no rubber, no nothing. And he gets caught because what he's doing, he's self-sabotaging himself because subconsciously he wants to be caught. Or ladies, prime example, you might know some of your girlfriends, it might not be you. Some of your girlfriends swear up and down they can't find a good man, ain't no more good men around, they can't never find a good man. And when a good man comes along, she says, oh, that's just my brother. Or I look at him like he's just a brother. Or they'll start to nag this man, or they'll start to talk down to this man, or they'll start to push him away. Subconsciously, they don't feel like they are worthy of this type of person. If you know someone like that, I want you to say no it. Or prime example, you get this job, like, oh man, like I really wanted to get this job. I really need to get this job. And when you get the job, you show up late. You keep showing up late. So you're self-sabotaging yourself. You keep putting yourself in predicaments that subconsciously is because this is part of the imposter syndrome. You feel that you're not worthy of this. You feel like you're going to be quote unquote found out. But the reality is that God made you for this. God made you for this. It is rightfully yours. I need for you to change the way that you think about yourself and say that I deserve it. I want you to say, I deserve it. If you're watching this on the replay and you're struggling with your self-efficacy, if you're struggling with the imposter syndrome, or you're struggling with self-sabotage, I want you to say, I deserve it. You know, there's so many times people will tell you, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve, oh my gosh, listen, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve, I'm too good for you. Or you don't deserve this. Or you don't deserve that, to where in your mind, you will tell yourself you don't deserve this. I want you to say, I deserve it. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to say, I deserve it. All of your goals, I want you to realize that you deserve it. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have, you deserve to have a man that's not going to cheat on you. You deserve to have a man that's not going to beat on you. You deserve a man that's going to put you first. You deserve a woman that's going to cherish you. You deserve a woman that's going to respect you. You deserve a woman that is going to protect you and not fight you. You deserve a woman that's going to cherish you. You have to say that you deserve it. You deserve to own your own business. You deserve to be able to take care of your children. You deserve to take care of your mate. You deserve to be able to pay all of your bills. And when you do go on vacation, you're not broke. You deserve it. You deserve to be the happiest you've ever been. Don't feel guilty for being happy and achieving your goals. You deserve it. I want you to say, I deserve it. Because we have such self-limiting beliefs that the enemy will beat us up. And then our own inner thoughts will beat us up. And then haters who are jealous will beat us up. And our self-limiting beliefs will beat us up to where sometimes we don't even say anything good about ourselves. I want you to say, I deserve it. When you come to achieving your goals, I want you to say, I deserve this. Like, I deserve that raise. I deserve that car. I deserve that house. I deserve it. I want you to say that I deserve it as many times as you want to. Listen, let me tell you guys a secret that I talk to myself all the time in a good way. I have daily confessions that I say to myself every morning. Depending on my anxiety level, I might say them 20 times. Sometimes I might say them 2 times. It just depends on that, on me getting my mind together, getting my mind right. You have to say that I deserve it. So a lot of times people say, oh, how you doing, Dean? My catchphrase or what I say is, I'm winning. That's what I'm doing, because I'm saying that I'm winning, because I fight every battle. I fight every single day. I fight my self-limiting beliefs. I fight society. I fight social norms. I fight pressures. I fight the spirit of my grandfather that's in my bones. I fight all of that. So I say I am winning. That is my affirmation that I say to myself. It might sound corny. It might sound cliche, but hey, I got what I got. Not saying that to impress you, but to impress upon you that it works. And if it worked for me, it can work for you. Listen, there are 7 things that I wanted to share with you guys to make you achieve, so you can achieve any goal. First thing was focus. Focus on each individual part, not focus on the total goal. Break it down. Second thing is you need to isolate yourself. Pull yourself away from that happy hour. Pull yourself away from power. Pull yourself away from Game of Thrones. Pull yourself away from every church function and every church meeting. Pull yourself away from all of that, and you need to isolate yourself. Second thing that you need to do is you need to know what you really need. Put your energy and your efforts on what's going to help you get your goal. Get to the real true root of the matter. Don't get speculation. Figure out what it is you really need. Figure out what help you really need and get what you really need. Fourth thing you have to do is you have to ignore. Ignore your haters. Ignore the spectators. Ignore the pretenders. Ignore the people who say that they can do it. Listen, only take constructive criticism from somebody that's constructed something. If you've not constructed what I'm looking for, then I can't listen to you. A mentor of mine when I was 18 years old said something to me, changed my entire life. His name is John Trinity Range. He said, I can't hear nothing you're saying because what you are is speaking so loudly in my ear. I don't do well with excuses. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't do well with excuses. And so you have to ignore the people that give out excuses. You have to ignore your haters. The fifth thing you need to do is you need to get your solution. All right. You need to get solutions from specialists. People that specialize in their craft, get solutions from specialists, whatever it is. The sixth thing you need to do is you need to help other people achieve their goals. If you help other people achieve their goals, then you're going to achieve your goal as well. And the seventh thing that you need to do is you need to finish it. Finish it. Don't be afraid of it. You deserve it. You worked hard for it. You overcame, you focused, you isolated yourself. You figured out what you needed. You ignored your haters. You got your solutions and you got the help that you needed. So now you must finish it. Walk into it. Just because you've never been there before doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. And I appreciate you guys for watching this. I know it has been bumpy. Paula R. Dixon, we are sorry you're here. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Dixon, I'm about to go live in our private group right now. Facebook was acting up. I just wanted to go live and just speak and teach on what I've been able to do to help finish and overcome and achieve all of my goals. And so I am about to change things up. Let me see here. Yep, about to change things up. And I'm about to hop on the computer and I'm going to go into our private Facebook group so we can do our live Q&A for the people that are in the School of Business Credit. That's right. I always help others to and help other people. That's right, Mr. and Mrs. Dixon. And if you're watching this on the replay, I hope that this encouraged you. If somebody shared this with you, share the wealth. Facebook was hating. Listen to me. Facebook was hating, but YouTube showed me so much love. That's why I've been doing mostly everything on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, I do these often on YouTube. If you want to follow me on YouTube, best place, go to YouTube and type E.DeanCole or Money Making Motivation. Type E.DeanCole or Money Making Motivation and you can find me on YouTube and you can get notified. I do live Q&As on YouTube all the time. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for participating. Listen, every closed eye ain't sleep and every sleep eye ain't closed. Go get them. Stay woke. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. All right, you guys have a good one.